episode 7. We've been jamming out to some Thankyou, and I'm here with Bryce Letty, the one and only. Somewhere luscious. Let me get this screen properly done up. How are you, my man?
You good?
Good? Nice,
Yeah.
bro. You look like you're somewhere that's very, very nice right now.
Resort.
Oh, it's good. It's good. Where like somewhere off the coast of Hawaii, it looks like.
Nah. What? I don't know what to do.
How's the audio?
Yeah. I can hear you. Yeah, pretty good now.
It's good. Okay,
Yeah.
sweet.
The music was loud.
It was maybe a bit loud. Yeah, Threatnik's
Yeah.
loud. He's got a loud mix, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
I'm here with this. I got the Supreme crown on my head, bro. I'm the king of Milan right now.
How's the fashion show going?
I actually went to one yesterday, which was pretty cool, and that was a whole scene. I think Milan fashion is really different. It's really easy, like from an Australian standpoint, to like stand out in terms of like just how Milan is, because everyone dresses in black. It's like black and grays and monotone colors. It's very
Isn't that from
boring.
Australia?
I don't know what the scene's like, if it's changed. I thought it was a lot more like thrift kind of vibed before I left, at least. Do you feel like everyone just dresses in black now?
I think it was always like that.
Always, right?
Yeah.
I guess like from what I saw, I feel like people had some more like it was a bit more corny black stuff. Like it wasn't like here it's like expensive. Like people will be wearing like Balenciaga and like Rick Owens, but like in Australia we don't have that sort of same vibe. I feel like. I mean, every Chinese guy's got a Balenciaga something, But I guess Well, I mean, look, black is timeless as well, so I like understand that also. But I'm like, I think whether black's a choice for someone or whether someone chooses black because they're scared to maybe explore their fashion sense more is like two takes of it,
Yeah.
But,
I think the shades of black and the proportions that everyone wears in Australia, they don't style it as good, and it may be because they choose black because color makes them stand out, and they want to be a spotlight for their judge.
Yeah, no, that's totally cool as well.
Yeah.
I think it's like fashion is just it's like an extension of your own personality at the end of the day.
Expression.
And like what you want to express in that point. So I mean, some days I do like feel like I'll wear like a colored piece and then go out and be like, maybe I should have just worn all black today. Like I always have this like thought. So I guess but when you're in all black, it's sort of, it can be the same conscious choice, I guess. So I was gonna say, like, tell us a little bit, like, where do you find yourself at right now in this time? I feel like the world's in a crazy place. I just got this morning that, like, I don't know if you follow, like, say, I mean, obviously there's this whole thing going on with the States right now in the US, but I mean, I just got this morning that like so many different currencies, because I've been following stocks recently and crypto here and there. Like the crash. I think you already know. Like, the whole Bitcoin community is like is fucking. I don't know what they're doing. It's like we're at a circus. I'm like reading the Reddit polls, and I'm like, holy shit! Like, there's so much like different opinions of people that are just like, it's over, it's starting, it's this, it's that. What's your take on everything right now? Like,
I'm not too sure at the moment about the Bitcoin and that, but the stocks and all that, I don't got the knowledge of that. I'm just like a gamble, win or take it.
Okay, true. Right. Like if you see an opportunity, take it and then...
Yeah.
Okay.
But also the people that buy the Bitcoin, then it goes up, they sell straight away. They don't keep it because they want the money. But then when they sell it, the money goes up.
It's true. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It's sort of. I mean, that the whole like crypto and that stock situation is like freak is the frequency of people's like anxieties in a way. It's like everyone gets nervous and they sell, and then that creates like pivots in
yeah,
the market. So, I guess it is a gamble kind of in a way, but you can track it a bit more, like maybe than like a machine. Do you get
yeah.
it yourself?
Uh, no,
No.
I
Okay.
did buy like I bought like $10 of Bitcoin or whatever
Yeah.
just to see what it does, and I just didn't do it.
Okay. How long ago?
Like last year, like
Okay, all right.
mid
Yeah, true.
last year.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
$10 is a bit. It's a bit light to start with.
yeah. I don't think that much will affect anything. Like you got to put a decent amount in to
Yeah,
do
yeah.
something change.
It's kind of like it's a hard area to be like hesitant. It's really like a psychology. Like for a while, I was living with someone who decided to take this endeavor like and start day trading. And I mean, you never see like, yeah, yeah. It's one of those things. It was so. I was like, really, you're gonna do this? Like, you're gonna actually? And he's like, yeah, I'm just committing to like day trading. This is what I'm gonna do. And like, I remember just like hearing the clicks on the mouse like all day, like just. He's like constantly like checking everything, like every sort of movement, and like he'd explain to me like the whole like how it's working and things like that as well. And at the time, like I didn't understand anything about trading knowledge. So he's trying to explain this to me, and I'm like losing my mind. I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. You just seem like a crazy person. I hope he's making millions now. Like if he's
Yeah,
really been working on the skill, because it is one of those skills. Like you become pretty knowledgeable eventually in like how to navigate things, and like I mean there's people that really make a killing with it, with that sort of thing. It's just like
yeah,
I feel like, but if you dedicate yourself to the same way that they do with that to anything else, you probably find the same merit of success. Like people dedicate years to day trading, and like I just feel that if you were to dedicate the same years to anything else, like you'll still find success in that way.
yeah.
Um,
Rep-
so what
repetition of what?
No, I was going to say, what were you going to say? Because repetition's like
Uh,
crazy.
yeah. The repetitions of the failure long in time compounds, then out of nowhere it becomes success because the compound of the consistency of the improvement of the failure.
Yeah, yeah, it's totally true. It's like the oldest, most successful people have failed more times than anyone else, right? So
Yeah,
you just have, as long as you can survive the
yeah,
failure. Um, like I feel like Dana White is someone who's really big. Like this guy's gone from nothing to building like one of the greatest, like UFC's fucking it's
yeah,
huge. But it wasn't for a long time. A lot of people were like, "What is this like MMA?" Like people are fighting in the ring in just weird and unconventional ways. Like a lot of people weren't accepting of it, but he stuck with it. All through that, and he wasn't doing well the whole time. So yeah, I definitely that's so true, man. Like repetition. What's
yeah,
something I've seen recently? Like I've been watching your socials. Like you started a
yeah,
course in fashion,
yeah.
which is great.
Uh, Fashion, apparel, and textiles set too.
Cool.
I did it. I did it last year, but I left when there was 1 week left.
Okay. Why did you
Yeah,
leave?
the theory I was just getting
Oh,
bored,
right,
and
right.
then also the passion in that I didn't think I had it at the time. Didn't have the
Yeah,
motivation or the ambition or nothing, but now
yeah.
I have it.
That's
I'm
cool.
back at it.
That's cool that you found it. Like you built it back in a way. What kind of
Yeah.
inspired it to come back? Because it's always one of those things. I feel like.
Uh, I think it's clothing label, like to understand what the people you pay to make the clothes do, and then to like when they send you the clothes, the samples, see if
Mm,
they actually did it right,
yeah,
and if it's gonna fall apart
yeah.
sooner, like a week or two.
Yeah, yeah, and like probably, I mean, upscale your understanding of
Yeah,
the make of a clothing item. Like you can, go into a store and be like, even if it's a boutique, and really like analyze what they do and be like, well, this is like not that. This is the reason why some of these clothing items outlast everything. Like certain like Louis Vuitton pieces still to this day maintain, you know, the buying power and just like the make and material. And like other
Yeah.
pieces, even in like either the ranges of Louis Vuitton, like some of them just it just aren't at that high standard of production as much as some others. And then like, you know, other fashion houses. So now you can go into H&M or yeah, H&M and Zara, and you can like just be like, what is going on in here? Like what? Because although they have gotten better, to be honest.
I don't really shop at H&M or
Okay,
Zara.
right. I
Yeah.
sometimes go through, not even for your essentials.
Essentials, I go to Uniqlo.
Okay, Uniqlo is really good actually.
Yeah.
I think they have real high QC, like so. But I feel like those are just big kind of staple houses. Although Uniqlo does do a lot of like really interesting design collabs, like with designers, which is actually really interesting.
Yeah. I've
But
seen a Mickey Mouse, like a Disney collab.
mm, yeah, yeah, they got heaps. I know they did a
Wait, no,
SpongeBob one.
that might have been H&M, the
Oh,
Disney Mickey Mouse diversity jackets.
oh, they had a varsity jacket. Okay, I
Yeah,
didn't see
might have been a
that.
license or
Right,
something.
right. I think Uniqlo have probably done something as well like that because I mean they
Yeah.
always do collaborations, and now the Mickey Mouse IP, the real early version of the Mickey Mouse is free for use for the whole internet. Um,
Oh, is it?
yeah, because you know once the copyright extends past a certain amount of time, it becomes open. So the
So
OG,
they haven't renewed it.
no, no,
Oh,
yeah, yeah. So not like the recent ones, but like the OG Mickey Mouse. Yeah, you can use them. You can
the
put them
old
on
designs and
things.
all that.
Yeah, yeah, just the
Yeah,
old
yeah,
classic ones. So it's a crazy thing, like copywriting and things like that. It costs so much as well. If you've looked into it,
yeah. I didn't know that.
it's crazy. Yeah, you have to like, especially. I mean, depending on where you're coming from, but like, I don't know how it is in the US, but in Australia, like, you really got to back yourself financially if you want to copyright something. Like, if you have an idea, it costs like at least $400 plus if you want to like trademark and things like that. So it's a big
Oh, yeah,
investment.
yeah.
Yeah,
I've started the process
yeah,
with the
yeah, yeah.
child size, waiting like 6 months or something for it to like go through.
Yeah, nice. That's good that you started doing that and just
Yeah.
like taking that. For the people that don't know, like explain a bit of what child's eyes is, like anything you'd want to explain or not.
Uh, at the moment, it's just at the moment it's like a project, but putting it into a category where it will go one of one through the other saturated blends and that, where
Mm.
it'll come on top and it'll be like authenticity and like, yeah, I'm not sure how to explain it.
Something that's authentic, I think, is
Yeah,
is the vibe I get from it. At least, like if that's what you're trying to push in terms of that, the moral code of say the brand and what
yeah,
it is.
something that won't like sell out and do open the corporations and then
Mm.
like change the name and then the message behind it or
It's got
and the
like a bit
copy and
of
paste.
exclusivity.
Yeah, yeah. I don't want to end up like White Fox where like there's a
Oh
bunch of
yeah,
copy and paste. Yeah,
yeah.
good
That
money, but
that's
yeah,
it sort of depends on how you want to place yourself, I guess, in the
yeah,
market with things. And I mean, you could always start another venture that is more open,
yeah,
but that's cool. I think is important to then it's important to like know where you place yourself because sometimes I'll make something and won't always take the time to sort of think about like where does this place like in the market because you know what I've created is a product, but if you kind of don't have it identified and you're selling to nobody,
yeah. Uh,
so
at first, it was like a copy and paste of Palm Angels. And then I realized I don't want to copy and paste. Like as I said, like a White Fox, but like a
mhm.
luxury kind of version. So I'm trying to come up with the original designs so other people are the ones that are copying me and me not
Yeah,
copying them.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I think that with that you just got to go deep.
yeah.
like into a concept is what I've sort of like. It's the only way to get something that's original is to like try and understand like every detail
Gotta
of what you're
dissect it all.
doing. Yeah, you really got to like take it to the
Yeah,
mortuary, you know, even though it's not dead,
yeah,
but take it to
yeah.
the operating theater in some sense, and then like pull it apart, like analyze what you're using from the colors to the shapes, like defining it, and then thinking about it from like if I didn't know what this was, which is the hardest thing to do sometimes, it's be like if I didn't know anything about this, what would I assume this is if I was an audience, you know?
I feel like a complete stranger.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Which is why like bouncing it off friends, like or people that are like maybe like aren't so close to you, but close enough that you can share an idea, and then they
Yeah,
might say something because it's like that's all part of it as well. It's like all the greatest items grew to like fame and popularity in cultures that like were critical, like Supreme, for example. You know, as much as it's like kind of a cliche in street culture, it's like it grew from this like ground skate route where people could be like critical of it, and it just like grew from that, like in a community where there were people that were giving opinions on what it is, and that's part of why these brands are so fucking huge now because they have like they went through they failed like countless times, you know.
yeah. I did research of the Supreme. I didn't know it
Mm.
was like from the skateboarding scene.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
skate came from like really early days skate culture, like
yeah.
I wonder if I can bring this here as well and bring up some of like I want to see the earliest. Yeah, it's kind of this staple. At the time, it was just this thing in LA because it grew from like Los Angeles, and this isn't really bringing up anything of like actual value. There
It
we
was
go.
kind of like Thrift.
At the time, I guess, yeah, like it was super grassroots. Like I feel like it's just like it was a simple skate stop. Skateboarders would go in there. I don't know if
Yeah,
this is actually the one or not. Um, if that's the first store or not. But where we go, that might be one of the first ones, one of the earliest ones. But it's just like, and then it just grew like from a grounding in skate culture, which is one of these crazy cultures where like if your product gets picked up and it really connects with people, and then you also put it out to like famous to skaters who at the time weren't famous but grew to fame. It starts this momentum. It's the same as Stussy, another like big streetwear brand. And then like Sean Stussy started that label building surfboards, doing what he loved, and then he made this like t-shirt that just was super simple. I don't know if you've seen the first Stussy shirt before.
I
I
don't
don't
think so.
think so.
I haven't even really, I can't even really remember it. Have you heard of the brands? You've heard of the brand Stussy, right?
Oh yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, it's a classic brand, but where is it? This isn't it. But these were some of the first. Oh, that's not even it. I thought Google search is meant to be my G with this. It's not coming up. But this sort of hand styled graphic is like how he came out originally, because he was doing it on the surfboards and decided to put it on a shirt. So that was a crazy
Oh yeah.
moment.
Oh yeah.
And it was just like translated onto t-shirt culture. And it's like, I feel like t-shirts are this crazy thing lately. I've been like, and I've always been addicted to the t-shirt because it's almost like it's like you could be a walking billboard with a shirt.
Yeah.
That's essentially what you are, like with it. If you wear a branded
It's
t-shirt,
advertising.
yeah, 100%. You're like kind of aligning your identity with the identity of a brand, or an idea. So that's the power of a shirt.
What made you shop at Louis Vuitton? You always have the glasses.
Always, yeah. I mean, so
Yeah.
I do have some Bottega Veneta. I will admit, but it just Vuitton to me, it's that identity thing. It's like I mean, Pharrell being like someone who I like align myself with, and is a big inspiration to me, is someone who's like just been so true to like himself. And I love how he's always just known what his path was. You know, it was music, and then he just grew like from that. You know, and the people who also associate themselves with the brand, like Tyler the Creator, and these other like Clips, this rap group called Clips, which is like Pusha
Yeah.
T and Malik, and that's like what grew my attraction to the brand was that. But even before, to be honest, Pharrell became the men's director. It was always like in streetwear because Virgil was the previous head for the men's division. So it's always been this brand among the other kind of design houses that's also embraced like real culture. I think a lot of the high end brands, Rick Owens as well is another one. I think
So more of a personal connection.
it's definitely a personal connection. Yeah, it's sort of it aligns with my own identity, and so that's where it's
Yeah.
like, and not all of their stuff is fly in my opinion. Like it has its things, but overall, like the brand itself, or the label and design house, I think it's still a true like fashion brand. Despite everyone has criticisms of everything about like high
Yeah.
fashion, but from its ethics and things and what it kind of pushes for a code of practice, I think it's really cool, and it's a great thing to sort of analyze. What's
Yeah.
sort of your thing if you had to pick like a do you like associate yourself with, or maybe you like the idea of any of these like design labels?
I'd probably say not really design labels. No, I don't
Mm,
really shop at. Only designer thing that I bought was a pair of Versace sunglasses.
mm, mm.
Yeah,
Just as like a
but
staple kind of thing.
yeah, but in terms of a label, I'd probably say not one label, but like Culture Kings, where they sell a bunch of different street
Yeah,
labels.
it's more like a kind of like a marketplaces that they have set
Yeah,
up.
like
That's
a
cool.
community.
Yeah, there'll be some people in the stream that would be like cringing. What do you think about people who cringe about Culture Kings? Because it's like it was. I don't know if it
Uh,
still has that same vibe, but
I'm not too sure.
yeah,
Like I just like the clothing, like the
yep,
street, the hustle behind the people that actually build the brands.
mm-mm.
And yeah,
Yeah. I guess the CEO's story is pretty inspiring as well. Like he sold it
yeah,
like a couple
six
years ago now.
hundred, yeah, for 600, I think.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Now
like
he's
almost
coaching.
a hustle. Yeah, I see that actually. I
Yeah,
saw it in his Instagram. It's kind of a bit of a thing though. I feel like it's a bit corny when like someone really successful starts at least in my opinion, like starts a program then where it's like, I'm going to teach you how like I did
yeah.
this. And I was like, I know that that's true, but
It's kind of like a funnel to make more money.
yeah, it's definitely a funnel. Yeah, it's like using the success that you did
Yeah,
and that you have or had, and then and kind of using that as a platform.
yeah.
A lot of
And then
those traders,
market free information on the social media, so it's not like trying to get money.
yeah.
Yeah,
What do you mean, like using social media as like the funnel?
like just giving free information out on social media, then like doing a course or whatever. You say
Mm,
it's not all for the money because it's free information.
yeah.
Yeah.
But then, how do you kind of then turn that into a hustle?
Um, I'm not too sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's like
that's the missing link.
yeah, it contradicts itself.
It's one of those things, I guess, because social media is like this platform where it's like the Wild West. I feel like you walk into a saloon and there's like gunslingers, there's people who are just there to like just spend leisure time, and then there's like the evil sides. There's good and evil in it.
Yeah,
It's definitely a tool, but I feel like now more than ever, like social media is becoming this thing that's apparent in like everybody's life. Like old people are aware of things that are going on in the world, like so much more, than what they were
Yeah,
like 10 years ago.
it's a great tool.
It's definitely a tool like that. And like any
Yeah,
tool, like a hammer can be used for evil things.
yeah,
So it's like, yeah. Sadly, there's like also the other side of it where I feel like there's the abuse of that tool and whatnot.
yeah. They're using people, and then
Mm,
there's people, and then like the people that use people, and then the good people, it gets chucked in like a bad apple
mm.
of a basket. So everyone thinks they're all bad, when there's actually some true
Yeah.
out there. Yeah,
Yeah, we do that a lot. I think we put things in groups. We
yeah,
kind of, or you're like, so you might be like waiting. Some people sometimes are waiting to like make a judgment that they had in their mind come true. It's like, if they looked at someone with a lens, they're almost like, oh, like I'm just gonna wait. Like, oh, look what he said there. Like that's so evil. That's terrible. Like, see, here's a
yeah,
bad person. Instead of maybe just like thinking, okay, like more neutrally and being like, well, what is he saying? Like, what's this thing? What is he talking about? And people change their minds. I think that's part of being human, is that
yeah,
you figure things out as you go. Like I remember like reading this comment and this debate about Joe Rogan, because like his probably one of the biggest people that isn't biggest person on the planet, and he's not a politician, but he has the same power, right? And people were
yeah.
saying that like, well, he changes his mind like so often.
That's normal.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah,
when you're talking with like, especially like scientists and like powerful people, it's like, you get inspired and you're like, you have realizations. You kind of develop a mentality, I guess. And I mean, I guess it's not like he was saying 1 minute there's aliens and 1 minute there's not. He said that, it's like in the beginning, he wasn't sure about this whole aliens. And then, he was speaking to more people, and it sort of
yeah.
grew. The idea grew from that. So what do you think though? Have you seen any of the latest news on that?
Um, I saw the Donald Trump saying Barack Obama shouldn't have exposed
Yeah, that was
files.
weird. Did you see that
Yeah,
video?
yeah,
I thought it was really weird, man. I was like, okay. I mean, he kind of, I guess he did expose it by saying like that was meant to be what did he say? He said like that was meant to be
meant,
classified intelligence.
yeah, yeah,
Um, and then the guy in the interview is like, oh, so is it real or not? And I guess in a way he did declassify it. And then Donald Trump's like, maybe I will just declassify it. What did he say? He's like, maybe I prove him right. Something like that. He was saying some crazy shit that I feel like Donald Trump could just say like anything. It becomes like a meme.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, actually, I won't pull him up. I'll save everyone. They can go. People can look that up in their own time. But the point is that apparently aliens. We're closer than ever to like this idea of aliens being real. And then there was also this image that was released. I will actually pull that up. I don't know if you saw that image.
What one? There's a
Um,
lot of images.
there is a lot, but this one
Yeah.
actually was just recently. This is not definitely it. This was recently taken apparently, and it was
I feel like if they pull up to Earth, we'll just act normal.
they did, yeah, they would act normal.
No, we'll act normal.
Oh right, I
Yeah.
guess it was this thing. I don't know if you saw. Let me get it up here. Oh, it's so blurry. Fuck. Here we go. You see that? So widely shared
Can't say
image
it.
from Mexico. Oh wait, let me check. Oh, true. Sorry. Let's go to the screen.
Is it
Is it the?
Oh,
Oh,
that.
yeah, that.
Did you
Yeah.
see this? Yeah, this widely shared image from Mexico is now officially identified. A large metallic balloon, not an alien spacecraft. Okay, this is 4 days ago. A detailed forensic review of the light reflections, and flight trajectory revealed that the object was moving at low altitudes in line with local wind patterns. Based on this evidence, experts concluded it was most likely an ordinary party or weather. An ordinary party or weather balloon. This finding accounts for its unusual shape and seemingly motionless appearance in the photo, putting an end to the speculation. Oh, okay. So it's just a Mexican blow up inflatable balloon that looks really realistic.
I feel like that's from like an old sci-fi movie.
Yeah, it does look like science fiction esque, like just something from Blade Runner. It is weird though. It's like it's a very weird looking like object. So I guess I can see why people were like wondering why it was. I mean, I thought it was an alien spaceship as well. I was like, that's clearly like metal, but if it's a large metallic balloon for a for a party, just also sounds crazy. So I don't know, but I guess like that's another thing where people will spend so much time and like investing their energy into this idea of like aliens, you know, when ultimately it's like what matters more is probably well your family and what you're passionate about that has the power to change your life, right? Maybe not about like aliens whether they're real or not.
Yeah.
Do you have any family members that were big into like conspiracy theories? Because, like for example, my uncle, shout out Dennis, but he doesn't endorse all conspiracy theories, but he definitely was one to tell me about the moon landing
Flat
being
Earth?
fake, for example. Yeah. You could say.
Moon
We could
landing.
say he's a bit of a flat earther. Yeah. What about you? You feel like you have any family members that influence that?
I don't think so. No, I think they're against it all.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's an interesting
moon
way to
landing,
be.
though. I think the moon landing's like it's fake. Like there's a lot of evidence.
Yeah.
Like,
Do you think we've been there at all?
No.
Oh, not at all. Okay, that's pretty big, I guess. Like,
I don't know. I think it feels like something about AI in the 80s.
Really? That AI could have been used in the 80s?
Yeah.
That would be crazy. I mean, I don't know how long. I know that AI dates back to like quite some time.
Now AI is out.
And yeah,
Popular.
and now it is.
I mean, what they got now.
There's the whole like I don't know if you've ever watched any of the interviews from the moon landings where like they would interview like Buzz Aldrin, for example, and some of the people who went to the moon supposedly. And they're very vague as well. It's like they're not really excited as you would expect for people that just stepped on like a different planet. Like they just sound very like morbid sort of in the interviews. And they say things that
it was fake and everything.
Right. Yeah. I don't know if they say. I don't know if I've seen the one where they say it's legitimately fake, but I know that there definitely is like, yeah, this idea that like, well, if they went to the moon, then wouldn't they have been more excited and wouldn't they have gone back? You know.
Yeah.
But I guess recently people have been saying that we're going back to the moon. Have you heard that?
No.
They said that apparently they're funding and they're preparing for another moon expedition. I don't know if they're going to land on the moon, but that was something they're doing. I don't know now if this whole like Iran situation is going to cause a whole different thing with the world.
I'm surprised the moon isn't blown up.
Yeah, just if they just shoot a laser beam at the moon and blow it up because they're like, we can't have these aliens on the moon like coming to Earth and ruining the Bitcoin market, you know, because they'll buy a bunch of crypto. These aliens, you know. The world like, and I was gonna like said in the beginning, I'm like, we're in such a crazy time, like for us to be at a time where I feel like there's this whole like alien thing, like politicians are becoming like celebrities in weird ways. Like Donald Trump has been in power for how long now? I don't know. I feel like he's got a dictatorship going on.
I think she's like the Hunger Games, the old man.
Right. Where it's like they're now the hires are all sitting in like a boardroom and they're just like pushing buttons in a way? You think that that's the case?
Yeah.
I definitely wonder that at times. I'm like, because I have conversations, with different people, and they're like, "Oh yeah, it's all planned," and I'm like, "It's all planned." I'm like, "It's really all planned." I'm like, "Do you think that like everybody they all get together and they have like a secret meeting about like, okay, here's what you're gonna do, Donald."
Uh, who's the two people that stand behind the president?
Well, that's true. We're gonna
Yeah,
look into that. Jamie, pull that up. Pull that up, Jamie. Who are they? Do you know who they are?
I just
I
sent
just
on
sent on
TikTok in
TikTok
that.
in that.
I mean, he's got bodyguards,
Yeah.
I guess, but they think there's something more like sinister behind it.
They
Is
like
that
they
They
actually
actually
run
run the
whole
right?
thing.
whole thing.
They could be the
Tell them what
yeah.
What to do?
I suppose there is like everybody is mostly aware now that there are like forces at play behind someone like Donald Trump, right? Like I hope everybody kind of understands this especially since like the Epstein files came out, like that was like a crazy part of human history as well. That just
Yeah.
happened in this like this it kind of blew up the whole industry because at that before then there were people and celebrities that like the human race would look up to, and like they'd be like, whoa, this person is so famous and so rich, and like it was hard work and dedication. And then the Epstein files come out and you realize that like, oh no, they were actually just like doing dark things on this island, and like that's actually how a lot of these people like came to fame. It was doing things like that, and that was all
Eating fetuses.
crazy things. Like cottage cheese tasting human being, like parts of babies that taste like cottage cheese. I'm like, this is too much. This is like the darkest timeline. I'm like, what happened? Ever since they shot Harambe, dude.
Yeah.
You know that gorilla in the zoo?
No.
You remember that story about like this child fell into like an enclosure, right? And this thing, and then
They saved
It
it.
saves it.
well, to save the child, they had to shoot this gorilla and kill this gorilla, and then he's memorialized now. You see, they made statues of the gorilla, but there's this theory that like it was also happening at the same around the same time that like all this weird things started happening with the internet. Like um, at the same when it was just blew up, there were a lot of crazy things happening. So I have this opinion that we shot this gorilla, and then since we shot the gorilla, it started this downward spiral of like the darkest timeline. We had celebrities eating people and doing rituals out in the woods. It was just this crazy thing. It's true that like absolute power does corrupt absolutely. If there's bad intentions there, behind the people, I guess.
Yeah. I think there will always be bad intentions. No matter
Right.
like there'll be no purity. Like,
Right.
yeah.
Why do you think? Just like it's like almost
How
human.
human how we design.
Yeah, it does feel like we just like everything could be going all right, and then we'll just figure out how to make conflict. We
Yeah.
we definitely have like we're geared for, I guess, like combat in a way, like almost.
So like the universe and whatever is like designed that it needs to be like in dark to like exist.
There needs to be darkness.
Yeah. And
That's
then
true.
like
Yeah, and yeah, there needs to be. I guess there needs to be darkness for light, right? It's
Yeah.
like without the sun, everything is dark. I guess you'd almost say without the sun being there, darkness is the natural occurrence, kind of in a weird way, um, which is kind of weird to think about, I guess. But also with the conflict thing, it's like, well, with the Big Bang, like that was a huge explosion. If someone say believes in the Big Bang, or even like in particle physics, in physics in general, it's like that all revolves around like the constant vibration. and it's like not a relaxed vibration. It's like intense missionary. It's like, it's, like, yeah, it's definitely like an intense thing. So I guess, and there's a lot of like aggression in that. But
What
I
caused the Big Bang though?
well, that's yeah, that's it. What do you? I personally like. I always think like there's a weird thing where science doesn't like to accept religion, and I believe
Yeah,
that like I don't see why both can't exist. I think that a lot of religion people who believe really like about the Jesus theory, um,
yeah.
whatever people want to call it, then they're like, well, that's why science doesn't exist. That's why like the Big Bang doesn't exist. And I'm like, is it so crazy to think that like someone like an entity like God could have caused a Big Bang? What do you think?
Um, I feel like not really religions, but like just everything's energy. It goes back to energy. Like, for example, Michael Jackson, Elvis Presley, Prince,
Mm.
now Usher, Chris Brown, all the artists that back then were dancing, and there was other artists that weren't dancing, and the ones that were dancing made it further, and like the way they made the crowds like faint and all that,
Right.
like through the energy
Because they
and
were like
emotion.
giving more. Is that why?
Yeah, giving more like to the emotion and like
Okay.
the energy frequency and all that.
Yeah. Why do you think like that?
Uh, I don't know. Just I feel like there's something there's negative energy, positive energy,
Mm.
and then yeah, can't really explain it.
I guess it's like it is hard to explain, but I suppose it's like sometimes I think of it like a vibrational thing as well, where it's
Yeah,
almost like someone vibrating at like a low frequency um,
yeah,
puts that out. Have you heard like Kanye talk about musical frequencies?
yeah. Like there's vibrations when you do like sound in that, like it makes um vibrations like with sand in that.
Mm.
Have you seen that?
I haven't actually. Is there a video?
Yeah, like just um playing music and then like a high vibration or low, and it
Oh,
makes different patterns
yeah,
with the sound.
yeah, yeah. Right. Oh, was it something like this? That this actually might be what it is. Actually, if it's this is what you're talking about. Wait, sorry, I didn't change the screen. This video from Russ Pup on YouTube. Thank you, Russ Pup, for supplying this research footage. This looks like it's what it is actually. Are you getting the audio from it?
Yeah, yeah.
As the pitch tone increases, geometric patterns form and become more complex.
Yeah.
That is crazy, yeah.
Yeah.
That explains this album cover from this artist that I've seen.
And also, XX Tentashroom.
Yeah,
About the energy frequencies, how
He-
it affects your emotions.
yeah, he did talk about that a lot as well. Yeah, like this is particularly crazy. I've been listening to it to like frequencies to like sleep as well. What were you gonna say?
Yeah. And how the music industry works.
Yeah,
Like,
totally.
And then how it applies back to Epstein or that.
Part of me does wonder if this is like, I mean, this is obviously a pattern with sand, like vibrationally. There is also like a pad there that is actually able to manipulate the sand, the grains of sand through the vibrations on the pad. So I do wonder if like if it has
Even without a pad, it works.
even without the okay, like if you're just
Yeah.
like right. That's interesting. So even if the sand's just like sitting on something and you point it at the sand direction,
Yeah.
that is crazy. Yeah. Well, look, I think it's definitely true. The way that Kanye said it as well was that low frequencies have you vibrate at a low frequency level, and that's what incites like it has the potential to incite violent thoughts and like depressing thoughts.
Yeah.
I think X touched on that as well. So yeah, frequency is totally true. And then I guess at another level, like people then can clearly vibrate it at a frequency that you can feel, because like I think that's why when people, there's that saying that's like, I got a bad vibe about this guy, about this
Yeah.
person. So you know, um, that there's also like a biology to it as well, where like I think the biological side is where, you know, because as humans we're like built to assess threat, right?
Yeah.
That's part of like being, that's part of surviving in the world. So it's why you associate yourself, you know, people associate themselves with certain things like identities and whatnot. It's like part of the tribalness of being human. But also that's why I think we are, we feel those vibes because we're almost predictive animals. Like we're like predicting in a way, like I feel a bad vibe about that person, that's a threat to me, so I'm going to avoid that situation, that person, you know, because of this feeling that I feel, you know, from a biological point as
It's
well.
like intuition.
Yeah, your intuition, and it's big to like follow that. I think I've been
Yeah.
wrong anytime I've never followed my intuition. I've fucked up.
Yeah.
It's been, yeah.
And then when times you think you're just like overthinking or it's just like something else,
Yeah, it's
it,
sort of
it,
your anxieties. That's
yeah.
the overthinking. You're like, oh, what if this? What if that? But your intuition is just telling you to maybe do that thing. But you're just stuck in this thing of like you're fighting your intuition.
Yeah.
Um, so how do you overcome that?
Uh, I just um try to listen to intuition, and like if it's about people, I just like cut everyone off no matter
Mm.
what.
Yeah,
And then
like
the consequences come later.
right. That's a hard way to live though. You make a lot of enemies with
Yeah.
that. Well, not
Yeah.
maybe not enemies at the time because you've cut them off, but like a year later they come back and they're like, "What the fuck, man?"
It happens.
Okay. Do you feel guilty
Yeah.
when that happens, or
Uh, Depends on the person,
okay?
because I've done it before and like it turns out that my intuition was right.
Right. Like that person was
Yeah.
just not great for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. So I
Okay.
let them back in, then I come back off.
Yeah, right. Yeah, there's been some
Yeah.
people that I felt like that
Yeah.
same way with. So, I mean, some people just, I think they're also just kind of, they're hurting themselves, so they only know
Yeah.
how to just, they, by accident almost, by no fault of their own, like natural kind of frequency, they just hurt everyone because it's like, you know, it's what they're putting out.
Low vibration. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure if you noticed, but
Mhm.
I've like unfollowed and followed a bunch of people. Like
Okay. I've done the same in ways. I haven't noticed in particular, but like, was this something you've done recently or?
like last year, like
Okay.
big time last year.
Yeah. No, me
I
as
think
well,
people
actually.
noticed.
Yeah, I had to actually apologize
Yeah,
to
same.
people. I was like, I'm actually like, I had a moment, like I had to. I
Yeah,
actually, for me, it was like I felt like I had to unfollow everything, but it was also because I would be scrolling Instagram and I'd be like, what is like it's lowering my vibe, my frequency. Like I would like
yeah,
not only from what people were posting, but just like just people that I realized that like I maybe met this person just like randomly, or this person
like
I
just
know.
networking, and then you just never talk.
Yeah, and I'm like now they're posting just random stuff, and like there was a while where I went to the US and you know I followed a bunch of people, but I was like, why did I follow these people? Like because of the network
Yeah,
thing, or like I believed in who they were as people, so I had to take that step and just unfollowed people that were like close, like
yeah,
OGs, you know, and then I had to be like, it was on me then to just say like, look, I know that this like thing doesn't really mean much, and it shouldn't, but it does. I think there's this weird duality that I sit in with this thing, this concept of the follow and unfollow, because it's
yeah. You mix the bad and good together.
yeah, or like even the idea, like the very idea and concept that we have as a human now. Like if you're in social media, if someone says, "Hey, I'm going to follow you," it increases your dopamine. It's like a spike. You're like, "Oh,
Social
cool."
validation,
Yeah, it's this thing. It's and it's
social
like
status.
Yeah, and being aware of that is hard because then it's like I feel like it's so much better when these things happen naturally. Like you meet someone, you connect, and then you're like, oh, by the way, before we go, because like we have to go our separate ways right now. Let me connect with you. Like that's the appropriate way, you know.
Yeah.
But there's all these
Not
networking
following
events.
somebody expecting to follow back.
Yeah, can you imagine? Like, because for me now, I'm cool. Like, I'm like, if I follow someone, I really mess with them. Yeah, if I follow
Yeah.
them, there's a moment where in my head I'm like, I wonder if this person will follow me back. But if they don't, then I've made the decision, hopefully on the fact that like, well, I'm following this person right now because what they're doing in their life is great. But I mean, if they start posting like hate speech, I'll probably unfollow. Like because it's all part of if you connect with the platform in the way that I mean maybe I do, maybe you do in the same way. Like I really want to be seeing like the kind of stuff that's on there that's positive, that's pushing like
Yeah.
the same sort of idea. Probably won't follow
But
someone that's like posting hate on their story.
if I talked about politics, I'll get a lot of unfollows.
If you talk about politics, okay, right. You feel like you have people that are like waiting to bait you into like a political talk or a
No.
okay.
Just
That's
my
good.
own thought
Right,
and
right.
like
Okay.
the discussions that happen. Try
Yeah.
to leave myself out of them.
Politics is one of those things.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely like it's something that like everybody
Yeah,
kind of likes to talk about though.
like for example, like what Kanye said about like an old speech that Hitler did.
Right. He
That
did.
was
He did.
like
Wonderful.
translated back to English.
Yeah.
But if you address that, like the society will go against it just because of the history.
Yep. He did say something. I wonder if I can find the quote here.
Like Paris and all that.
Kanye. I mean, he did have this. Kanye did have this whole like that whole phase. 2025 Kanye was something as a force to be reckoned with, right?
I think I understand them though.
I
To be able to like find the truth out, like you gotta be a bit crazy at first to sink it in and then become normal again.
Right. Yeah. Right. You almost need to create a whole mess, like in terms of in everything to kind of then navigate it, I guess.
Something like what David Goggins said.
What did he say?
About you gotta be crazy or something to change your mindset and to help to be the best person in the world. You gotta be crazy and
the best.
Get better to help.
He is crazy though. Do you think there's levels to it though? Because like, for example, David Goggins is also someone who said that like I'm the kind of guy who makes sure my kids are in check and then make sure they have food and make sure that everything's okay. And then he's like, and then I'm out. He's like, I'm not their daddy like that. He was just like so intense. Like he's got a mission. Like I know he served in the military, but he talks like the mission never stopped. And I'm like, at what point do you like start to like live again? But for him, I get it. Like that's him. Like he really is that guy.
I guess like Kanye and David Goggins just have their own philosophy that don't follow society. They do what they think is right.
Yeah, or what they almost like what they know within them is the right way.
Yeah.
Like, so it's definitely inspiring, especially with Kanye, because like, I mean, I don't know what services David Goggins sort of has. I don't know if he has like I'm sure he does courses or something like online, but like Kanye being someone who still is like a musician and still hosts to a global stage, like he had that recent concert in Mexico, which was really like interesting to see him there. And like he had his daughter on stage and, now he's saying that he's off the meds. This was, damn, this may have been last month.
Was it Northwest?
I think, yeah, it was Northwest. Yeah, that was This is his daughter, right? Yeah, North. Yeah, she performed one of the songs. Um, it was a real moment, actually. Is that coming up? Oh, sorry. Let's transition the screen. Yeah, with Northwest here, and then he had set up this huge stage in New Mexico, um, like this huge oval here in front of the crowd, and these laser lights. It had flames as well. I didn't even see the flames.
Flames.
It's crazy. It was this whole. I mean, a typical like Kanye in the best of ways, like setting up like a stage that's like just nothing like nothing you've seen before. So
Main character.
yeah, and he really is like, to be honest, there's a few, I guess, main characters on the light side and the dark side of the force, but he's definitely one of the lighter sides, or he tends to be. I feel like he still has this darkness that just comes out, but he said recently as well that the medication, especially last year for his bipolar disorder, was a huge affect on his mental health.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have any friends with, or like people that with that same kind of mental, not illness but condition, I guess.
What do you think of Kim Kardashian's influence on more?
I think that like a crazy woman has the ability to totally derail a man. Yeah, if your queen is like crazy, you're going to be in a world of trouble. And
What about
like
the kid though?
The kid, I guess, like with you mean like Northwest? Does he have one child?
Yeah.
Two?
It's two, I think.
I guess like with the fact that Northwest is up here on stage with him, I think is great. Like at least there's nothing worse, I think, when a child doesn't have a connection, especially at this level, with their parents, right? Because then it's like, well, who's she going to connect with? And it could be something, terrible, like, we've heard recently. So it's better than anything, but I still feel that like it must be hard, right?
Yeah.
Like your dad being like someone that's so influential, and everybody like that you talk to acts like they know who your dad is, but your dad, and everybody acts like they know who he is, and you read all this stuff about him. So yeah, I can't even begin to imagine what it would kind of feel like. And then
Did she get a tattoo?
I don't know, actually. How do you know that? you've been talking to Northwest?
No.
North. Let's see.
Kim has messed it up.
Oh, right. I didn't know this is kind of what she.
Yeah.
She doesn't look too happy here. Is this like a recent photo?
Yeah.
Oh God. She looks okay in this photo. What happened between that and face tats and black grills? Damn.
Kanye left.
Yeah, true. Kanye left. She got black grills. She got the star face tattoo. That once this hand thing starts coming out, it's over, bro. Like, you remember when girls were doing this with their hands? I was always like, that's not. I don't even know. Like, I get it. It's like it's a traditional Indian thing. At least I'm sure it comes from like that.
Those things. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you see this like this thing that they do on their hands. It's like
they're painting.
That like hippie. It's like I get it's that hippie like urban thing, but yeah, I don't know. I hope that she like. I mean, she's still got like a lot of time ahead of her. Like, thankfully, so she's gonna have to go and grow through this. Like, who else looks like this? Who's this other guy? Who's that other rapper? MGK. Yeah, I guess MGK. MGK, for some reason, to me, always stood out as someone who was a bit of a respectful character in a way, even though he had this phase. But he did have that phase, right? I guess. Is that what you mean?
Just his style.
He does have that, yeah,
Any acts tough.
style. He does. You think he's not as? Are you calling out MGK right now?
I guess
so. In a way, true. MGK, you want to jump on the live stream? We stream every Sunday. But yeah, I hear you definitely. The first time I saw MGK, I was like that vibe, and then it was that you remember that time where he called out Eminem.
Yeah.
Him and Eminem had
He left the genre.
Yeah, and then he left the genre. Yeah, he did. He did. He did. He actually did. Yeah, and then he kind of found his own way in a way. And I remember he was actually in a couple movies as well. I actually liked him.
I think he's just a bad kid.
He was a sad kid in the movies. True. You got some beef with MGK. Hey, you might not. You're not the biggest fan.
No, just like his style and the music and how he acts tough now.
Yeah, he does.
He's been through some stuff.
Persona, I guess. I don't know his history. Like, do you think he's actually
even to choose a persona like that?
Right. You think it's more of like you think he's forcing the persona, or it's like really him?
It's him.
It's him. Mm.
But he also forces it because of
maybe like emphasizes it because people
social pressure and like the status he has and that money.
Yeah, true. Well, he knows. I get like as an actor, it's almost like you become known as something. So then it's like, whoa, if all of a sudden you decide not to be that person anymore, what are you doing with all these people that love you for that person? It is that thing, right? It's why there's this recent thing about Jim Carrey, I feel like. Did you hear about that? Well, there's a few. Yeah, you're right. There is a few. But the recent thing is that like he's been cloned apparently. You know, people in Hollywood, they love to say this thing. Like, do you believe in that whole idea that like people can really be cloned?
Yeah. But I think people take it too far.
Yeah, I think I agree.
There's people that's not been cloned.
Yeah, and they say as soon as like they come out, if they've got like Botox recently or something, they're like, oh my god, like it's a clone. It's like it's a.
They say Ariana Grande's clone.
Right,
she's just his hell.
That's crazy. I mean, like, yeah, I don't know what to think in terms of that. I'm always like, well, I mean, they say that the same thing happened with who's the politician again? I always forget his name because can't be bothered committing him to memory. Oh, Biden.
Biden.
That they cloned him as well. Because I don't
think he's clones.
You don't think so?
I think they did something.
Right,
like drugs or something. Injected him with something to make him act different.
Yeah, they probably could have like maybe injected him with a slug or something. He kind of shares the same. He's got the same kind of mannerisms of a slug. It's just that's an early version. That's all right. Like, what is he?
Smart and fast before.
Yeah,
where he was like a president.
And then they like. I mean, look. Also, apparently, they say he's got Alzheimer's, which that literally does turn you into like it does make.
Yeah, I think they caused it though.
Right. Yeah, you think like that they could have done.
It was personally like fun, and then out of nowhere. It builds up over time, not out of nowhere.
Yeah. I guess then again, like, I mean, we don't always see what we see sometimes with the media is it's almost as if like we see one person and then we see them again, but we don't have any idea of the time between, you know?
Yeah.
Because we in our lives, so we forget like how much time has passed and we're not aware. Like, I mean, maybe one day he was golfing and he fell and hit his head and like shit, that's something that could have just happened in a day. And then like we see him like 20 days later and then, but these people, the same way that we fill our days with so much, like so too to some of these people. Like, I don't know how much he fills his day with now that he's in a bit of a slug mode, but But yeah, like someone like, for example, like back to Kanye, bringing it back to him, like I've heard stories where his production suite, when he's working on stuff, he has like 6 stations set up, and he goes from station to station. Like one station is clothing, one station is music, and he'll work on music and then get inspired to go and work on a clothing item. Goes to this other
OCD.
station. It's yeah, OCD, like ADHD
Yeah.
sort of thing. Like
I think he suffers severely from that stuff.
a lot of creatives do, I think. Like I definitely feel like I do. Like if I haven't done a workout in a day, I feel like
I think that's where most of his mental health goes.
right.
That he can't control it.
Right. You feel like he's sort of at the
Yeah.
mercy of that.
Yeah, and then the medication fixes it, but when he comes off, he's all good, but then it slowly comes back.
And he starts saying something crazy.
Yeah.
Like it's just like, yeah.
It's the only logical answer.
It's pretty logical. Like it makes a lot of sense. It's like the meds that like they give you do. It's almost like then you think of something and you think that that's real. You put so much more like energy into that thought, and then maybe that's why like during that time like Kanye was tweeting about just the craziest things, because it's like I don't know what some of the most outrageous Kanye tweets have been, but I know this is crazy.
I was like him, like in 2024, like because I have like CV OCD, so I was like taking the Bible like word for word.
Right,
then,
right.
Like, yeah, but I wasn't like Hitler and all that stuff that he was looking into.
Right, you were. Did you read his book?
What? Whose book?
Well, Hitler's book is like Mein Kampf.
Who, Hitler?
Yeah, he wrote a book, right?
Oh. No.
Oh,
I thought he was just a painter.
Maybe I shouldn't have told you that. It's a painter. It's a painter. I don't know what part of history you've been in.
He failed as a painter.
He did fail as a painter. He actually was a great painter.
I think the teacher was a hater.
Maybe the teacher. Yeah, maybe. So you think like he failed as a painter and he was like, "Fuck it, I'm just going to commit genocide."
He should have just killed the teacher and that's it.
Maybe the teacher was Jewish, dude. I guess. Yeah, like he was. These are pretty good. These are by. Oh wait, sorry. Let me flip the screen. These are for the audience as well that haven't seen. Hitler was a great painter. Yeah, pretty cool from a contemporary point of view. There are some flaws. I won't lie. Like I know that this for example, like some of the shadow work in the window area here is is flawed. Like there's a corner of the window here where the shadow isn't respected. But
I want to see your painting.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm great at analyzing, but I would not have the amount of time and patience that it would take to even paint something like this. So, I mean, but that's part of being analytical, really. And I guess what I was going to say, it's not exactly like realistic. It looks like he was kind of going for his own reality. This one's cool, like the Neuschwanstein Castle. Which is nice. I think this one's really nice actually. Dark Mind. Oh wait, no, that's what this piece should have been titled. But yeah, I guess how you say like he was a painter and then he ended up doing some of the most craziest just things in history. It's like a lot of these really creative people almost have the potential to do things that are just that are truly crazy.
His name's pushed too much, though.
You think
it's people that killed more people?
Really?
And nobody knows about him.
Really? Like who?
I can't remember them, but like just Google it.
Right.
People come up.
I guess Genghis Khan is one, right?
I think so. Yeah. But because the way he was killing people, like the Jews and how they like. Basically won the world now.
He really
especially pushed. Was going against the world basically.
Yeah, there is that idea where like you've heard of like the Rothschilds, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
like that he understood that was the case. But I mean, I don't
I
know.
think Putin's similar.
Right? You think? I don't think. I wonder if you can look
He's
up.
kicked the
Mhm.
Rothschilds out to Russia.
Yeah,
And
he
the
actively
central banks.
does. He actively does oppose the Jewish, I guess, banking system in
As
that
well
way.
as showcasing like a painting or statue of Jesus. And then like all the news was showing it.
Right. You mean like
Something.
I mean, Putin would like also have an image of like a statue of Jesus, but then you say,
Yeah.
yeah, right. It's not it doesn't look at the positive.
Like compared to like American what they do.
Mm.
He shows stuff about it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I mean, Donald Trump just recently had a burger rally while he bombed Iran. You know,
That's some new news.
Mew Mew type. It's some crazy like it's like, hey everybody, like we're gonna enjoy these lovely burgers and don't worry about what's going on in Iran. It's like bombing Iran while distracting the people with just kind of more shit really, because like the last thing the US needs is a burger rally.
I think that like McDonald's meal is like 5 serves or something for like one person.
The portion size.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess like I wonder. Wait, um, mm, how does the McDonald's meal in the US compared to like Australia?
The world should make fat the fast food illegal for fat people.
So what, you need like an ID, or like how do you regulate that?
I like how you scan your card in that.
Oh, yep.
But instead it's your like your hand.
It does like a
scans your like
BMI.
your BMI like all your
True.
fluids and that.
Like you stand on like a machine before you walk into the McDonald's.
Just like a X-ray thing.
Yeah.
Airport.
And then if it like starts beeping, it's like Monsters Inc., where those yellow dudes in suits come out and they like tackle you. They're like, "We got a code 19." Tackle the fat guy down, like lock you in a jail and make you run on a train.
Shops and that.
Yeah.
So you can't steal.
Oh yeah. Like those beepers.
Yeah.
Scales. What if those shops just like had a scale that you like that measured the weight and identified you, right, as someone, and then if you walked out and you weighed more, like it was clear that you'd stolen an item? Wouldn't that be like?
I think that would lose a lot of money.
Right, because people
Because a lot of fat people.
Yeah, right.
Beat the clients.
Yeah. You don't gain weight when you walk into a place though, unless you eat something in there.
Unless you're like one of the skinny people that never get fat.
Skinny fat. That's a fallacy. Skinny fat people just think like a fat person, so it's like I think they're fat anyway.
I like those skinny people that never get fat.
Oh yeah, I guess, but they could still be like unhealthy, because I think you can be like fat, but sort of mentally you might be on the healthier side than someone who's skinny but has like a really bad diet. Like for instance, I sometimes wonder, I'm like, because what's your take when like fat people are really successful? You know, I think that it takes a certain level of being smart to kind of to get success. You know,
Elon Musk.
Well, he wasn't looking healthy, right? During that time, he actually looked so bad, and part of that is because like the lifestyle when you're on the grind, it's like you throw health out the window in a way. It's almost like that's one of the things that people don't pay attention to when they're trying to kind of trying to climb success, is like if you stay healthy, you're gonna perform better. Like you'll think better.
I don't think his sleep is good. He says he gets like 7, 8 hours, but I think he gets less.
Elon.
Yeah, I think he just says 7, 8, just make it look good.
Oh yeah. Otherwise, like the stocks will plummet.
Yeah, and he has slept in factories and all that, so he probably just sleeps whenever he's tired and then gets back to work. Cycles that.
He is definitely a hard worker. Like I think. What's your take on someone like Elon Musk? Like, what do you think of him as like a I guess as a businessman?
If it was a good person, like pretty yeah. You need a good person like him.
Right? You
But
think
everyone good.
You think he is a good person?
Some things, yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's hard to say in a way because like he's not like enforcing evil, but I mean he was on the Epstein files.
I think he is enforcing it in a way.
You think he is? Okay.
Yeah.
By not advocating or by not doing things that are inherently good. You think that's why?
Have you seen the costume for Halloween? I don't think it was even Halloween. It was like dressed in a
this thing? Oh, what is that?
Yeah.
Oh. Do you think that's him playing into a character though, or you think this like
it might be autistic.
Yeah, because I know some people with autism that like do random shit, and I'm like, and if I think about it, I'll go crazy because I'm like, oh, like they are just autistic. But then again, this is a full red samurai style suit with but Bilal, or who is with the devil? Bao, yeah. So, and I mean, like in the world of celebrities, where like they're known for doing weird and dressing up in weird ways, there is some extra weirdness to this. Yeah, you're probably right. Like someone that believes in good would probably not even want themselves associated with an upside down cross. Like Kanye would never, I don't think. Although there was that one time, but you know, what do you think about when Kanye did the thing with Marilyn Manson though?
What was the Marilyn Manson?
You know, he had this concert here. Well, yeah. Then again, he has the cross. He does have the cross on this. You've seen this concert, right? The Donda event.
Yeah.
And then he burnt down this house. Like,
I didn't see that.
And it was it's like his old family house, so he recreated it, and then I believe he burnt it down. But like then again, to compare it to the Elon thing, like what you see here is a literal cross. And even someone
Kanye though.
Yeah, I guess.
He was dressed up in a KKK.
He was dressed up in a KKK.
Yeah.
And what I thought was weird was that it was Marilyn Manson, right? Like he was forever known as this like evil person. Like people associated him with like the devil and the fact that Marilyn Manson is here, you know, in this staged church steeple. I mean, people know that.
So he's burning her down.
Right. I guess it's weird. It's performative, but also they say that the devil is that God is so good that he does allow the devil into his like church. So I don't know. It's like then the question is like, was Marilyn Manson doing what Elon's doing but flipped? You know what I mean? And if he is, then what's the truth behind that?
I think to get some sort of success, you got to do something so they don't cut you off or kill you.
Right, like you have to sign the deal.
Yeah. And then there's people that sign it and then go to back to normal life. Then they get killed.
Right, like something bad happens.
Yeah.
Or
Jake Paul, the contracts in the boxing.
Oh, with Anthony Joshua.
Yeah.
That was a big thing recently, actually. Yeah, and then they were saying like that was very contractual.
Yeah. And it's not only him though.
He did get fucked up though. Like,
yeah.
You did see Anthony Joshua broke his jaw, but do you think that like that if that was a real fight, it wouldn't have happened the way that it did?
It would have been over quickly.
Yeah, I mean, this is just a crazy picture here of like Jake Paul like up against like one of the greatest boxers,
and he'll probably be put in hospital for Mike Tyson theaters.
Oh yeah,
because he's like 50
with the Mike Tyson thing.
He's still got the moves.
Yeah, there was a frame there where Mike Tyson was like, I don't know if you've seen the clip, but it looked like he was like holding back a punch. Yeah, that was like a moment that someone had captured, and you know, people did say that Mike Tyson is old, but like you're right, like what you said, like
speed and strength, and speed, like yeah, it's not normal.
Right, like it was like not how at all like how Mike Tyson would perform.
Yeah. Even at old age, he's pretty good.
Yeah, I feel like
only bad thing about it is he might get more damage by contact. For like limbs and joints and that.
Yeah, I guess like old age does take its toll, you know, like, and it's only something you know. But that's the funny thing, right? You only know how much of a toll it takes until you're old. Otherwise, you're just like, oh, well, he's old, but he's Mike Tyson. But you're not old. So only an old person could like truly understand. And I mean, this scene of him here, like crying, I was like, it is weird. It was like, you know, but also he's like so much more of a human now. Like you've seen his hot boxing, right?
Yeah.
He said he did a bunch of ayahuasca, and he's like, I don't even like the guy that I was. He's like, I don't even know what that is anymore. And I'm like, that's crazy. But can you imagine if he was still this Mike Tyson? Like he'd be in jail. Like fucking he'd do something crazy, like bite someone's fucking other ear off. It's like, it's a weird thing. It's like you almost can't be the greatest of all time forever.
Jake shouldn't be in the position he is in.
Yeah, that was. What do you think started that?
If you put Jake Paul and me together, it would be a pretty good match.
You think it would be pretty even?
Yeah.
He does train pretty hard though. Have you seen some of the videos?
He does train hard.
You think you train just as hard?
Hard.
You think you train just as hard, or you're in your own way? I would pay to see that. I wanted Bryce Letty, Jake Paul. Jake Paul, do you hear that? Can we get that organized? Who we're gonna reach out to?
It's not a fight up, but he's not like in that top tier level.
Right. Well, he's not. I don't know if he's contemporary trained. He's definitely learnt from great fighters. I'm sure he's been. He's done sparring since fighting Mike Tyson, or maybe before or whatnot. He's definitely a better fighter than Logan, right? Do you think?
Yeah, definitely.
But I would, if Jake Paul's PR team reached out to you, would you fight him?
Yeah.
We just connect you with a trainer, and all right. You better be ready for the email.
Make it happen.
I want this to happen, though. I want to. How tall do you think? Are you taller than Jake Paul?
I'm
I don't know. I'm
6'2".
6'2".
How tall is
How
he?
tall is he?
Jake Paul is 185.
180.
180.
But
But
I'm
I'm
Um,
weighing
189.
189.
okay, you guys are almost the same height actually. Jake Paul apparently is 6 feet 1 inch.
Oh,
Oh,
1 inch
1 inch
taller.
taller.
Is he just 1 inch? Aren't you 6'2"?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
1
I'm
inch
one
taller.
inch taller.
Yeah, yeah. Oh damn, we got to make this happen, Jake. Jake, you gotta tap in with my boy right now. I want this to go down. Okay. Um, I will I'll design your outfit, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But okay, something to note when this happens eventually. But you know what I think started off this whole celebrity thing? Do you remember when KSI and Jake Paul fought?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that was a
Wasn't it
moment.
Logan
Wasn't it
Paul?
Logan Paul?
Logan Paul, sorry. Or then he did fight Jake Paul, right? I
I'm
think,
not
I'm
too
not
sure.
too sure.
or maybe it was his brother. I think Deji.
JJ's
JJ's
not a
not a
fighter.
fighter.
No, he's definitely not. But what was inspiring was the amount of just the amount of media coverage that was happening at this time. Like this was a huge, huge thing for the UK, but even for US audiences. Like I remember being a kid, like not super interested in boxing, but I feel like I was following this thing because I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
these two YouTubers. KSI used to make the. I remember him as like this YouTuber who was making silly videos in his family's kitchen, and then now he's on the world stage, fighting against Logan Paul. And I mean, Logan Paul came
Now they're
from
Now they're business
partners.
partners.
yeah, yeah, right. Because it was at the end of the day, it was all business. I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
that there was beef here in a WWE style. You know, in WWE, it's like it's beef, but it's also fictitious. You know,
I
I
think
think
everything
everything
in
in
the
the
Hollywood and
Hollywood
all
and all
these
these
celebrities,
celebrities,
they'll it's all
it's all
acting in
acting
that.
in that.
I think so. I agree with you, but also I think that when you're acting with a friend, like if you ever like you had friends back in the day, right?
Yeah.
Like when you'd be like playing with them and you're playing like imaginary, it's like you're playing whatever it is, like um cowboys and
Indians.
robbers, cowboys and Indians, yeah.
Oh,
And like you're the cowboy and they're the Indian, and you're playing, but at some point as a kid, it starts to get real. Like
yeah.
you like hit them or something, and then they hit you back, and you guys are fighting now, and it's aggressive, but it's cowboys and Indians. Like you're fighting over this
Yeah.
fictitious thing, and because I think the way that like an actor does that same thing, and they're acting but also they're still this kid inside. Everyone still has that kid inside of them, where it's like the playing. It's very easy for it to cross into then real aggression, and then I think that while you're right that there is an act there, there is also like real aggression where it's like part of it's real.
Yeah.
But I mean, I could be wrong. It could totally all be fake and staged, but it'd be really hard for me, I think, to step into a ring with someone if I don't actually want to fight them and be like and win and
It
be like,
does happen in acting as well, in like films and that.
yep,
Offs, like people got scripts.
yeah, yep, real moments that like are heated.
Yeah.
Or the one thing I've always thought is like in like a sex scene, I'm like, how does that not get really awkward, bro? You know?
Yeah.
As an actor, I feel like that's such a skill. Like that to me is a skill. But I'm not saying like to just get turned on and like and get sexual right there and then, but to overcome like the sexuality and maintain the act in front of like if it's a big production, you're in front of like 30, you're in front of a full productions team. So it's like, and you're trying to connect and be super sexual in this scene, and I mean, there's sex scenes in movies that are just crazy. It's bordering on like real sex. I'm like, they had to have actually
Some of them should have done porn up.
Like I've literally watched movies where I'm like, I got to skip this or else, like, I don't know what's gonna, like, someone could walk in the room and they're gonna be like, you're just watching porn, like, straight up.
Yeah.
Like, and imagine, like, as an actor, it's like that to me is like, that's real skill. There is like a real level of skill in doing that and maintaining a professional level in a sex scene. And I mean, I don't know. Maybe some of them are real. Like, it's like they're actually fucking, and then that's just like a porno, and that's also then just crazy.
There are real ones.
There are real ones. You think so? I mean, there has to be, right?
Yeah.
What's like?
Yeah.
What's What? I wonder if we could find it. What? That would be such a taboo topic. Several films often. Right. You want to be an actor?
Yeah.
Just to have sex scenes that are. Is that right? I think there's a level of performance in everyone, and I like the idea of like, honestly, that resonates with me too, bro. Like, to be honest, like, the way that an actor is, like, takes their life experience and just applies that, in a playful way, like in a scene, in a frame, has the idea of a moment that exists in a fictitious way, like, to kind of put that into context. Like, it's definitely something.
The cameras wouldn't affect me.
You don't think so?
I just look at it as like a normal laugh.
Right. You think you'd be you think you'd be like a method actor?
What do you mean?
So, like, I guess there's different principles and there's different disciplines of an actor, like martial arts, right? And like, someone like a method actor is let me pull that up. Who was some of the Heath Ledger, for example. Like, so method acting is where you literally become like that character. You figure out a way to make yourself be the character instead of maybe imagining the character and what they're like. You are now that person. Like Jared Leto, some of the greatest actors in the world, really. Jim Carrey, a great method actor. I mean, Al Pacino. Am I on the right screen here?
Yeah, that's a very great method actor.
You think you'd assume the role?
I'll just take it as like, if it's real life. Cameras wouldn't even affect me.
Yeah. I mean, it works so well for like these people. There's people who say it's not great because of the mental health, but Al Pacino's pretty old now. He looks pretty happy. Definitely doesn't affect everyone in bad ways.
I mean, as long as you're not scared of having a porno on the internet, you're fine.
True. I think that's the least of your worries, method acting. I mean, Heath Ledger method acted himself, into the grave.
Yeah.
And because I think ultimately, like, the Joker opened a door for something that he hadn't realized with himself, and that's the dangerous thing. They just say, like, method acting, you as an actor navigate and you pick like how you want to express a character, but they say that just method acting can be dangerous for that reason, like that you become that person, and if you are so chance to find a role that is really intense, like this when Jared Leto was playing the Joker, it can definitely affect you. Are you scared for that, or you feel like you'd be able to be aware of that?
I'd be aware of that. Yeah. But also you need to make sure you don't get like delusional and obsessed.
Yeah. How could you possibly do that though? If you need to be that, like, if you got given the role, what's a role that you feel like you would be cast as to make method act?
A guy has sex.
Are you just saying straight up like you just do a porno?
That's basically it, isn't it?
Porn star. You know what,
yeah.
dude? I think you should look into that as a career path.
I'm just making an excuse for an actor.
Oh, okay. You're not saying you would actually do it.
No,
No,
like I'm using a porno as like if it's just a normal actor.
Right. You'd be like this. Yeah. So you'd be like, okay, I know that I'm an actor doing the porno, and that's my job. Is that sort of what you mean?
Yeah.
How would you like contextualize that, I guess, and break it away from then who you are as a person? I guess it's weird. I guess. Yeah.
Especially porn on movies.
Right. Like,
but I'm not looking at in that aspect.
Right. But you said before that you just want to be a method actor just to do sex scenes, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's basically porn, but just in movie.
Okay, right. It's not.
Yeah, and I'm using that as an excuse to do the porno. It's just a movie.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Like you wouldn't actually do just a porno. Like if they called you and they're like, am I speaking with Bryce Letty? It's Bryce Letty. Look, we got a role for you. It's a porno. $250,000. Okay.
I don't even know.
What would you say? I'd be interested. I'd be like, tell me about what's the character.
Yeah, I probably would.
They'd be like, we're gonna fly you out to Guatemala.
It'd be no different to a movie.
Yeah. Honestly, I have.
The only difference is
the only role you have is to just have sex.
Thieves and also the values and all that.
Right.
Because strictly like sex.
Yeah, it's like
nothing else movie.
Yeah, and it's that industry, I guess. We're like, whatever your take is on the porn industry.
Yeah,
a lot of people hate it, but it exists, and people make a lot of money from it. And I guess I don't know though if you're a porn star, I don't know how hard it is, say, to then do other things. If you've done porn before and you become that famous porn star.
Reputation.
Yeah, like I think your reputation, because people have shared their most intimate moment with you, literally. Like I don't think there's many porn stars that become famous actors, but and probably vice versa. Like if you're a famous actor,
Kim Kardashian.
That's true, but still, has she been in? She's not like. I guess she's famous as like a celebrity, right? Not as like an actor or a porn star necessarily. Was she big in porn?
No, but she'll be able to get an acting.
Yeah, right. She probably would be able to get a big acting role. Who's to know though? Because I don't know if we've seen her in. We haven't seen her.
She has failed law. Whatever it was.
Yeah, she had failed. I think it was law. I think you're right. The law degree.
It's not everything like money in that. Some people actually take seriously.
Yeah, that's true. You can definitely look. It's a profession. It's a profession, right? Like it is. Yeah, there are real professionals that do porn, and I'm like, it's like anything in that realm. I think acting, movies, like porn, and WWE. They're like three things that kind of exist where you could probably be all three. You could be a porn star, actor, WWE wrestler, but
WWE short film porno.
yeah, they're around. They're definitely around. Apparently, there's several films that are art house films that have real sex scenes rather than choreographed or simulated. So that's a lot less than what maybe we thought.
When I was younger, I thought all the sex scenes were
real.
Yeah.
Like you thought that Leonardo DiCaprio was really in love.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a kid, I guess you don't have the filter of an adult to be like, this is a movie, it's fictional. You're just like, as a kid, you're like, you're instantly
It's
there.
like,
Whereas,
how do you film it and
film
make
it
it
and
look
make it look
real?
real.
yeah, right. Well, they have like what's it? They got like a special like dick sock, right? Um, I don't know what else do you call it other than sex scene dick sock. I hope this. Okay, good. There's nothing that came up. We're just not gonna. I maybe won't pull that up on live stream, or else get totally banned from YouTube platform forever for life. Um, but yeah, there's things that they wear like that. Apparently, like a brace, a harness that
Yeah.
straps like private parts to the side and things like that. I just don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
It's weird to think like how both like the male and the female actor. I guess being a professional actor is that you know that you're an actor in this role. Like you're not really having sex with this person. You're just meant to
I
act that
think
way.
I think men find it harder in the sex scenes
Maybe you would.
because I think because I think guys
Wait,
like emotional
what was that? What was that?
like guys are more delusional in emotional sense than girls are.
Yeah, we
So they'll take
definitely.
it seriously
Well, guys have monkey
and
brain.
think, yeah,
We do go into that monkey brain mode, but not every guy. Like
not
there
every guy
was
now.
I was abstinence. I was practicing abstinence just because I could, I guess, for the better part of a full year and a half. Before I eventually was like, oh well, I'm just gonna bust a nut, you know.
Yeah,
And that was like an interesting time because I was having conversation with people and they're like, you haven't done anything for like a year and a half, and I'm like, yeah, I'm like, well, I wasn't sharing a commitment with anybody, and I wasn't really like, I wasn't really interested in like doing that. Like I just didn't find it like at all. What was more stimulating to me was just like, I don't know, just anything else really. So like, what's your take on that? Like, what do you feel like's the longest you've gone?
go
Abstinence
on.
is like
Uh,
abstaining from like any like masturbation or like sex, you know?
oh, yeah. Longest. Next question.
Next question. Next question. Yeah, I guess like how long do you think you could go if you
I
had
think it was
to?
like 2 months.
Mm. I mean, there's some research, some scientific research that really shows that like that's the side of like the man's physiological thing that's like just part of what people like. You see monkeys in a zoo. This dude monkeys just be doing that. Like guy monkeys, they really just
Yeah.
bust nuts. Like it's part of monkey brain. So I guess when it comes to like an acting role, I don't know what happens there.
And I think we have a problem.
I know girls think everything that a guy does, unless it is a problem. I feel like that's part of it. No, I think girls like just joke about it because like
I take
it's
accountability.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I was going to say that like it's just the few guys, okay, that give a bad name to all the guys,
Yeah.
you know. But sadly, it's those few. It's just those few that just do it. You know, it's the guys that they just can't stop thinking with the monkey brain.
I was on a cruise 2024 and I was in this like nightclub. Like I went over to a girl and she said I was the player
Yeah.
because I was with like 3 other girls. But I was just like
Okay.
talking
I mean,
to my
could you just been having a good
like
time as well?
friends and that. But one of them, like I was actually
I
like
mean,
talking. I thought I was with everyone.
people really have foursomes,
Yeah.
you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. Maybe she was just like, maybe she was like jealous.
I mean, the girl I was with was like she was kind of the best looking girl there,
Okay.
and then the other girl I was walking the floors with and all that. Maybe I was just attractive in that, and I was with girls.
Yeah, I mean, you're a pretty handsome guy. You're like 6'2". You know, you're gonna fight. You're
Yeah,
gonna fight Jake Paul. Like,
Jake Paul.
you better get ready. So you're gonna be a lot of girls throwing themselves at you. But also, yeah, like it's true. I think, yeah, like it's clear that like you're clearly a good looking dude, and then you're tall as well. So I guess it's like you knowing that it then is the matter of like you having the ability to know that like, well, yeah, I'm tall and I'm pretty good looking. does that does that come into play then when you're like talking to a girl, or do you try and just have a real natural moment? Like, how do you go
I
about
just
like?
try to have like a natural moment, like
Oh, why are we getting? I'm getting a little bit of connection issues. There we go. I think the internet's better now. I was getting a
yeah.
bit of a bit of a drop in the internet connection. On the screen here, it has turned like the quality of your camera has turned a bit blurry.
I
Nothing
mean,
too
it's dark
drastic.
now.
It is quite dark, but the lighting is pretty
Yeah,
cool. You're like a floating head. It's very cinematic. Right. So you said you do like that's not really something that you think about when you're like talking with a girl.
like you mean like how most guys think sexually and then like just go based off that.
Maybe, yeah, like in that sort of way.
I,
Like,
I just I just say what's in my head and like just generally have like a conversation.
yeah, just
And
like talk to them.
that's yeah. And that's also what sells it, like the emotion and that when how people when you make people feel they're heard and like understood. That's how you make money as well in sales.
Right. Yeah, just actually listening to people.
Yeah, a lot of people lack communication skills. They listen to reply, but not listen to actually hear them.
Mm. Yeah, yeah. They're like they hear you, or they hear you, but maybe they're not listening, like truly,
Yeah,
um, and like
maybe
connecting
they're
with
just
you.
like listening just to find the what to say next.
Yeah, just to react.
That used to be me because yeah,
Right, used to be reactive more. I guess
I didn't
like me too.
know
Me
what to say,
too.
so I was just listening to like what to say.
To kind of get to be like, oh, this, all right, he said this, like now I'm gonna, right, rather than having like a grounding in a conversation.
Yeah, like natural flow.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's really like how you make a connection with someone, especially with just like a girl when you're just like, if it's somewhere like in a club, you know, like if they get
Yeah,
weird, it's kind of on them. So long as you approach them like and you were just naturally you, you know.
yeah.
Even if it is
And
like
us,
some of the craziest situations have been when I've been like, hey, look, like you're really attractive. Like, why don't we just get out of this party and like go somewhere more private? Like, it's like
that works.
it's a crazy thing to say, but
Yeah,
also it's like just honest. And at least the worst that's
yeah.
going to happen is that like, they say no, then it's like, well, at least now I'm not faking how I feel. I'm not like making pretend conversation just to like, move us somewhere else, more
I'd
private, like,
say
or
I'd say that's the best way to do it because it actually exposes how she feels about you. Because if she doesn't like you, she wouldn't like do that. She would want
mm,
like talk to you more. But if she
mm.
like truly likes you, she'll just do whatever. And
Right.
that's how
Yeah,
you
should be
filter
like
out the
open to
girls.
that.
You'll filter out the girls by doing that.
Mm.
But most guys will avoid that because they don't want to
Well, being that
have
honest is,
the
is
the opportunity to be rejected.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. And I definitely feel that at times as well. Like, there's been times where I've been like, maybe haven't said how I felt truly. Because I guess I talked myself into that situation almost of being like, oh, now I feel like anxious to like make a move now. And it's, and then the time passes. But like that's
Yeah.
that's just how it works too. Like, what's your success rate with women? It's like, as a percentage, what would you say it is?
Uh,
7 out of 10.
the
That's
last,
good odds. That's a
yeah,
good ratio.
the, the last girl I talked to was she was visiting from Mexico City, and she was
Cool.
in the club, and she was the one that was like looking at me and everything, and I think she was like the best, kind of confused, and nobody else.
Right, right. Oh, you got to give yourself more confidence, man.
Yeah,
That's you thinking too critically about yourself in that moment,
yeah, yeah,
breaking away from the real connection. I guess
yeah.
maybe you weren't. Were you thinking that at the time? You're kind of like, why, like, or was that afterwards?
It was like it wasn't like, yeah, basically why me,
Okay.
like everyone else. It was like I was standing out and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right. Right. Yeah. And
but
yeah,
Mexicans are
that's an
good kissers.
interesting thing. They are good kissers. They do. They
Yeah,
do. They are really passionate people. Yeah.
yes, yes, and they're also loyal.
Well,
Strangely,
that's definitely true. Why are you saying that? Because you had a hard time staying platonic with this girl, like platonic being just like like just for the night type thing, or just for the day, or
uh, friends was with her. She was cock blocking me,
oh no, she
and
had the cock
yeah,
block
yeah, yeah,
friend.
yeah. So I was just like coming back to her and all that. So
Yeah.
and I just like gave up because she just kept interfering. So I went to another girl, and then I went back to her, and
Oh,
then she
why?
said, like, she saw me with the other girl. So yeah, we went to the search bar. The other girls was there. So
Oh, the
yeah,
cock block friend was there.
no, the in the search bar, the other girl I went to, her name was in the bar.
Oh, so
So
that
the
ended it.
Mexican, yeah, the Mexican would, yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay, true. Yeah, I guess you sort of just, I guess in that case, it's like hard. You're like, what do I do? Like, this, we're not connecting here. But then you tried to go
yeah,
back, I guess, you did, you did try and go back to the Mexican and she was the one.
yeah,
But, but then you gave up and then went to the other girl and then went back to the
yeah,
Mexican. And then after that, she was like, she saw it. So, um, but
yeah.
it was kind of her cock block friend, you know? There's
Yeah.
nothing. I feel like there's nothing worse than like a cock block friend, but in
And
some ways, Mhm.
do you know club called Scary Canary?
Well, I'm losing you a bit with the connection.
There? Uh, a club called Scary Canary.
Wait, what's it called?
Scary Canary.
Oh no, this is in Australia?
It's in Australia, Sydney. It's like
I
a
haven't heard of it. Scary Canary sounds like a. Is it a good club?
yeah. Search it on Instagram or something. Hostel or something. Backpackers.
Oh,
Like there's a hotel.
okay.
Like there's a hotel up above, and then like there's a club in that.
Yeah,
Yeah. A
that
lot
must
of
be crazy.
yeah. A lot of Europeans go there.
Yeah, the Scary
Yeah.
Canary. Shout out to the Scary Canary, breaking
Yeah.
hearts.
Yeah.
Wait, so you go there as well? You frequent the Scary Canary?
I went there like 2 times.
Oh, you've been through.
Everybody, because I was just like sussing out the place. And
Mm-hmm.
then the second time was the Mexican,
Mm-hmm.
and then the third time was this Asian.
Okay. Asians are cool. Asians got a vibe.
Yeah, Yeah.
What kind of flavor of Asian? What was she Chinese or
Oh,
like
just Asian.
just Asian? Okay, just
Just like
the general
just,
continent.
just genuine. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, yeah, like I feel like do you go out alone?
Uh most of the time, yes, but like sometimes
Okay,
like bring a friend or something. But most of the time when I go out, yeah.
cool.
But
Like
if it's
people you
like
know.
yeah, but if I'm on a mission, I go alone.
Okay, if you're on a mission, what do you define as? How do you like know when you're on a mission or you have that decision? You're like tonight it's the mission. We're going in like SEAL Team 6. Take no prisoners.
Just randomly, I might like
Right.
just leave the group just to go on mission.
Right. If it's like a full moon or something like that.
Just if I'm feeling like the mood, the energy, I'll just go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's how it needs to be. If you feel like it's at that vibe. I remember like I remember getting up to
Yeah.
crazy
One
mischiefs in
time I
a
went to an
club. This
emo.
was like back in Canberra as well at the time. I don't know if you've been clubbing in Canberra, but there's not a whole lot of clubs down there. There's like maybe like two good ones at the time, and you just go from back and forth from one of the clubs to the other, waiting until one of them gets good. It's like meeting the girls that you saw in one of the clubs in the alleyway as you're going to the other club. Canberra was a crazy city for the club scene. It was like everybody just knew everyone. So eventually you just hated everyone. At least I did. It's like I hate everyone and I got to get out of here. I hate this place. I love it now. I like it now that I stopped going clubbing though. Eventually, I think I gave up clubs in like I don't even know what year 12. I was like, this is it. I'm done. I'm done for I'm done clubbing. 1 year in, and I was like, this is just fucking crazy. Like, you know, I prefer
I
to
gave
just
up clubbing like last year, end
yeah,
of last year,
yeah.
like
I guess
mid
like
last year.
what was the last one? What was your last clubbing venture that you were just like, fuck this, I'm
Oh,
out?
what was it? Been on a lot. Oh,
I guess like clubbing when you're in overseas, like on a cruise ship, is different, right?
I mean, different energy, different environment, but like people, like for example, Australia, the people like there's like a poor syndrome,
Mm.
but then again, like it's just the environment because there's like all sorts of different people. Like even Asians got the P syndrome. It's not Australians. Something around with you,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
yeah. So for the
I
cruise,
guess you could say it's
it's pretty
almost like
much
just a
just
human
the
thing.
yeah. It's like the cruise, depending on the people that go. Like depends on if it's a good club or not. Like it doesn't really matter at the end of the day because everyone's going to be different.
Mm. Well, yeah, you're all trapped on a boat at the end of the day, right? It's like,
Yeah,
so everybody's there. It's kind of like you're sharing this moment. But in a club, it's like, yeah, everybody's going to go and get like snack packs afterwards or fucking pass out in the Uber or something like that. It's like everybody's going to go off in
yeah,
their own path, I guess, in the club. But there is this tall poppy syndrome that always comes up with Australia. It's really something, it's
yeah.
really this thing that's like really hurts people. But
It's jealousy,
it's
a
the
lot of
jealousy
jealousy.
thing. Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely an emotion that a lot of people don't realize they're not only like feeling, but they're also like exhibiting is this like is the feeling and like how you act when someone is jealous or when that how you act when you're jealous like um
Yeah,
it's that
it's
competitive
just
like
so subconscious.
a lot of the time, yeah. And if you haven't like explored your subconscious, then you're really like a victim to it. You know, people who haven't done a lot of
Yeah.
time, like, and yes, I do think that like psychedelics help. Like, for example, like, you know, mushrooms or psychedelic experiences that like unlock that subconscious mind really helps you kind of understand like why you're jealous. Like, what is it about this situation that's making me jealous? Because you become a better human being if you can realize that.
Yeah. Ketamine's fun.
Ketamine, ketamine is fun. And ketamine actually has therapeutic use. Like
Yeah.
it's used in like forms of therapy. Like, I mean,
You can
in
read people's minds.
you can read people's minds on ketamine.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Right. Maybe you just become better at reading your own mind as well, at like clarity of thought. Because you think you genuinely can read people's minds, or you just become good at reading people's body language.
No, like minds. Like you can close your eyes and you can. It's like magic.
That's crazy. I mean, I don't know
It's
about
it's
that, but
like
like it,
it's like as if we all have like a power, but we forgot it, and then this like drug helps us unlock and remember what it is. Like I don't know.
it removes that barrier.
Yeah, it moves the barrier.
Do you think you could like take ketamine and then like if you were like, okay, I need to read this person's mind, could you pop ketamine and then just like read a person's mind like that? You think you could do that?
Yeah,
That's crazy. That's a superpower, dude. I
yeah.
mean, I haven't done ketamine in a long time, so my feelings with being like on ketamine like are really still are like so many years ago now that I try and remember the feeling, but I know it's
Watching
definitely
a
like magic.
Travis watching a Travis Scott music video while on ketamine is something else.
Do you feel like you can were you reading his mind in the music video?
No, I was just like teleporting and like as if I was on the stage and that. Like
Right,
I was
like the
like
energy.
frozen. Like yeah,
Mm. I definitely felt that like ketamine makes you feel more. So yeah, like in essence, like if you can read someone's mind, like or if you feel like that, then that definitely makes sense. Because I felt like being on ketamine, it was like that feeling of just being able to feel everything on a heightened level. You know,
yeah. And
um,
also you can give people ketamine and find out what their true intentions are.
right.
That they're like all the confidence is like all the insecurity is gone. Like your intentions, like you're
Mm,
like pushed forward to whatever your intention is.
mhm. Where
I feel like
where you mean like you can
it
give
like
people
just
like you haven't been
takes a
like Bill
master.
Cosbying anyone, right, Bryce?
No,
Just like spike a friend and then ask them questions like, so what do you really think about this? Like, what's and they're like, why do I
I'm
feel why I
I'm
feel
not
so
Cardi
weird?
B.
You're not a Cardi B.
Like
Does Cardi B
when you
spike people's shit with ketamine?
no, yeah, spike like teenagers and that.
Oh, Cardi B's crazy. I didn't even know she did that shit. Cardi B's crazy. Why is she
I
doing
learned
that?
that last year.
Why is she trying to figure out all she's going to find out is that the teenagers just they're all crushing on her anyway. What does she want to find out about teenagers? She just wants to take advantage of them. Hey,
Oh no, that's right. She was just spiking them and like spiking them. Have you heard of it?
right? That's a crazy thing. Oh, she
Yeah.
raped him. I haven't even heard of that. That's crazy. What was she? Did she have what? What she was like with these males?
I assume so.
Yeah, that's wild. I didn't even hear about that. So Cardi B's
I
got a
mean,
penis. There's some crazy shit that goes on in the world. It took a minute to think about.
Cardi B doesn't need to like um spike my drink. I'll do it for
Right.
free.
Like I'm saying, Cardi B, just like you just need to send a
Chooses
DM.
to. She chooses to spark people's drinks, even though like
for
the
the
guys want to still
thrill.
fuck. I don't know
Yeah.
why what goes through their mind.
Maybe it's like a confidence thing. Like imagine, like she's like, well, I don't want them to think that they can have me if they're sober, so they've got to be on
Yeah,
ketamine. So it makes her feel really good, like that. This
yeah,
person's high and twisted. It's pretty evil. Like it's like she's a magician, like an evil witch master.
narcissist.
Yeah, I mean the world is run by sociopaths and narcissists.
Yeah, I think I'm a narcissist. I run
Why
the
do you
world
think
pretty
that?
good.
Right, you would
Uh
run it pretty well.
yeah,
I think it's important to
yeah.
know and
Uh,
acknowledge if you are one, like if you feel like one.
I think I can, but people can't do me wrong. So that's pretty much narcissist.
Okay, right. That is pretty much that's the pretty blatant definition. Yeah, but
Yeah,
to a degree, I guess it's that like the question then is like because the thing that makes it a true narcissism is that if someone does you wrong, do you have the capacity to understand why that person did it, or if it's like no, they did me wrong, you're finished. That's the difference. It depends on like your approach. Do you feel like it depends on the person? Like if a family member did you wrong,
anyone.
anyone.
Yeah, doesn't matter who.
Damn, Jake
Could be
Paul. Jake Paul's finished,
president of
bro.
could be president of the United States.
Yeah, like it doesn't matter who it is. It's just like the fact.
Yeah,
Jake Paul's finished. You hear that, Jake Paul? You're done. You're finished, bro. In this matchup at the ages, maybe we could do that. Maybe we could actually get this fight to happen. The
yeah,
Bryce the Bryce Letty versus Jake Paul match. You got to think about that, dude, because crazier things have happened in the world.
yeah. Go
Like
through your contacts.
Bryce Letty for
Make it happen.
Australia versus the US. Maybe we get like a sponsor from Iran.
Pretty good.
Make it even more controversial.
Sponsor from Russia.
As a Russian sponsor would be insane. Then we just turn it into like Russia versus US. It's like Vladimir
Christian be in
Klitschko.
my corner.
Yeah. Right. Or like Klitschko versus Anthony Joshua was another US versus Russia, right?
Yeah,
Vladimir Klitschko was probably one of my favorite fighters, actually. I really enjoyed watching him fight. But well, Bryce, my man, we've been kicking it. The internet is taking a bit of a dive. I don't know. It could be on your end because I'm right next to the router here.
I have 2 bars.
Okay, yeah, we can tell. Yeah, we can tell. But I mean, you are out there you're on the vacation, so you're on, so
Yeah.
I almost said the island, but it's not that kind of island, all right, guys. So, but we might wrap it here, man. It's been really great talking with you,
Yeah.
bro. Before we go, let the people know like what are you excited for in the future, if anything. What are you kind of planning? What do you want people to know about the future of not only Child's Eye but what's happening?
Modeling.
Modeling.
I'd say, yeah, I'd be aiming for Culture Kings within 2 years. Like model for them.
That's cool. People keep their eyes peeled on Culture Kings' adverts and advertorial pages, things like that. I would say definitely chase that, man. Like find someone who ideally does some styling for Culture Kings. Even is a stylist.
With one of the Culture Kings models.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Last year I was meant to do one last year,
mhm.
but he passed away.
Holy shit! What happened?
Yeah. Heart attack in
Oh my god,
Turkey.
man. He
Do
was
you
so
know?
was.
Do you know Jackson Tippett?
I kind of have heard the name. I feel like I've heard the name. Right. But he was in Turkey, was getting a
That
hand
is a
transplant, and
is known in the fitness industry.
damn. Oh, well, I mean, that's bad. That's terrible. It does mean that they might be looking
Yeah,
for a male model. So,
yeah,
but I mean, no, all respects to Jackson Tibbet, honestly, and my
yeah,
condolences in that regard. But definitely chase that man. Because I can't see a reason why Culture Kings wouldn't hire you for like advertorials and as a model anyway. Um, you know, you look very Australian to me at least,
yeah.
and
People say I'm British.
yeah, British Australian. You have that sort of yeah. You're right. It's more British. You kind of look more
Yeah,
British.
people say I
Like
sound British.
okay, maybe I don't hear that because I'm Australian, so I'm biased. But if you were a foreigner, if I was a foreigner, I could definitely see you cast on the Peaky Blinders. Let's just say that. Like if I saw you walking down the street with like one of those, the hats that they got on, those golfer hats,
Yeah,
I'd be like, yeah, like there's some people I see wearing those, and I'm like, I don't know. But if I saw you wearing it, I'd be like, yeah, makes sense. So, Bryce, my man, bro, thank you so much for joining me. We'll definitely do this again.
yeah, all good.
I'm gonna play us out with a bit of Threatnique. This has been since we last spoke, episode 7, with the great, the powerful, the future Culture King model, Bryce Letty. You can follow him on socials. I'm gonna have him tagged in the description down below. Thank you all for joining us for this episode. And I was your host, Zeke the Kid. Keep kicking it live in a free world. I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks, Bryce, bro. Thank you, G.
or a